what is Ukuthwala? In the olden days, number one, when we spoke about Ukuthwala was ukuthi ubulale umuntu uthwale ngaye. Some sangomas actually work with surgeons who sell your fat. If kuwe kungena i-20,000 nangapha kuzongena imali ngoba ngisebenzise ini amafutha ngithi. A real sangoma ozokuthwalisa ngenyoka, you must know ukuthi you are going to sacrifice your family members. While you are doing the ritual, somebody is dying. A piece of your life has been stripped away. It's a sacrifice that you are willing to give this entity in order to live in darkness.
Umahlasela ngomthondo amava ke hlasela ngamavolovolo intombi zamangisi ziyamfuna ezabesuthu ziyenqaba zithi bathunga umgube lalela ngihamba nomfazi onamasende, the woman with balls.
Wow, babe, you always need to do the introduction, but mine is very short and sweet. Yeah, the woman with balls. Well, guys, today we're going to talk about witchcraft. A lot of you have asked questions, have DM'd, sent messages, whether it's on WhatsApp, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on Instagram. You know, we all go through a lot. And some people find things in their yard. And some people feel things. Some people sleep with things. And people want to know. So we decided, let's talk about it.
So... So uzongitshela ke laga ulala uvuka ubona indoda encane baby.
Oh yeah, no, I actually had a I don't know what to call it. Bengilele ne? And I had this dream of this short man coming to me, but in my dream it's either I needed to fight or to accept. But it's funny how in my dream I knew that if I don't fight I'm going to have a problem. And that's when I fought, and somehow you appeared in the dream, and you know what? The man was gone. But then when we went, sibuza abantu abadala ngoba niyazi ukuthi isangoma ayizilaphi. Yebo zikhona izinto okwazi ukuzenza that are supposed to help you, meaning from day to day. But there's certain things that you need to learn from the elders in order for you to grow spiritually, in order for you to understand what spirituality is. You need to be open to seeking knowledge, to understanding, to learning, to growing. So when we started asking about, hey, but the dream felt so real. I woke you up that night and I was like, what the hell is going on? And we found out and I said, ukuthi hayi ngicabiwe mina imithi yasebenza siyayenza imsebenze emadlozini siyanikela siyaphahla siyenzani. And guess what? We're here today, so they can try again as they do all the time.
Ithi lento ke namhlanje sizokhuluma ngokuthwala ukuthi kahle kahle kuyini ukuthwala. Kuthwalelwana why abantu befuna ukuthwala kungani people want to twala.
I think people need to understand ukuthi ukuthwala akufani. Ukuthwala kufana neicathulo. Angithi icathulo sinama sneakers, sinama heels, sinama slippers. Abantu need to understand what is Ukuthwala. In the olden days, number one, when we spoke about Ukuthwala was ukuthi ubulale umuntu uthwale ngaye, which is Ukuthwala, right? But now we need to understand the differences between each and every set, or rather form of Ukuthwala. Abantu bayathwala ngani ngenyoka. Abantu bayathwala with rats. Abantu bayathwala ngedlozi, like myself, mina ngithwele ngedlozi lami. Abantu bayathwala ngegubhu, which also goes hand in hand with spirituality, in a sense yokuthi mawunendumba uyazi ukuthi isigubhu sobunguni fanele sibe khona, isigubhu sobundawo fanele sibe khona, mawuyenza amagedla fanele kube nani nephondo, right? People bathwala in different forms of ways. Kunesithwalo sesikhwama semali, kunesithwalo sensila yemali, kunesithwalo where at home you just see people dying like flies, yo. But actually, it's not literally like that. You know, every time there's a death, that death or whoever that you've sacrificed needs to work for you for a certain amount of time. And kufika la sikhathi ukuthi isithwalo sakho sidinga ini amandla, sidinga igazi. And they get the next person. So I think people need to understand ukuthi ukuthwala akufani. And yes, kukhona isithwalo esi-dangerous. Kukhona isithwalo that, you know what, la uthwala ngezinto zasemathuneni, inhlabathi, sand from the graveyard, bones from the dead. Leso sithwalo lesi doesn't need you to kill anyone. But however, you are using what? Amadlozi. You are using the dead. You're using the spirits, umoya. Do you understand? So people need to understand, Usi, when you go to a sangoma.
For example, lalela, for example, amafutha esothamlilo from ama BBL.
I think you need to explain that. I think you need to explain that because people need to understand that.
Yeah, angithi, this is the thing, Guti, when you are doing your BBL, it costs money, right? Ngala thina siyinyanga siyasebenza ngabantu njalo njalo sidinga amafutha omuntu sizowathathaphi because
no, but not just anyone, be honest.
Yes, umuntu osebenzayo onemali obonakala
but mainly
angathi afuna ngathi ungaba mhloshana ngokweba
white people. No, tell it like it is. We're not here to keep any secrets. We're here to talk.
Umuntu omhlophe osebenzayo coming from the wealthy background uqhamuka from emndenini, you were privileged ukukhula kwakho, understand, impilo yakho nje ukwazi wasokola ufani nathi sakhula silusa inkomo.
Yeah, but then people need to understand, what do you mean? Start from uswathamlilo.
Isothamlilo, right? Isothamlilo, mawukhuluma ngesothamlilo ukhuluma ngenyamazane, inyamazane enyawombili. Kungani kuthiwa isothamlilo inyamazane enyawombili? Ingoba awukwazi ukubiza umuntu ngenyamazane. Umuntu.
But in layman's terms, babe, you must say you're talking about a human being.
Khuluma ngomuntu.
Yes.
But manje ngoba ngekwazi ukumbiza ngomuntu noma ngenyamazane uzoboshwa, uzombiza ngesothamlilo, ngephuma limile, amagama okumhloniphisa lo bangabe sezodliwa. So manje into engizama ukisho ukuthi uma ngabe sozosebenzisa amafutha akhe, usebenzisa amafutha womuntu rich ukuthi akudonsele nawe ngenkathi esebenza yena lapha la esebenza khona nakuwena khona okuthile okungenayo ngala.
I think you need to differentiate. Number one is iswathamlilo, or what's the other word?
Iphumalimile
is a person, a human being who's still alive. And yes. That where, but in the olden times, or maybe somewhere in the Bundus, this person, we could be drinking with this person like this, but already we've got plans for this person, right? So we've got plans in a sense of lo muntu some sacrifice tonight, some dagiswa, which is some sebenzisa. But then that is called Iphumalimile. And then the other word? Sothamlilo. But it's different to la mafuta eswafunayo. Ukuthi siwafake phakathi kwamagona, ukuthi siwafake phakathi kwamaphondo, because amafuta wona, yes, it's amafuta of a person that is still alive.
A person that went to Turkey.
Yes, a person that went to do surgery. Like a lot of sangomas, people don't understand. Some sangomas actually work with surgeons who sell your fat, okay? Especially if you are rich, if you are white, you wealthy. Okay, I said rich and wealthy, it goes both. But you are alive, meaning lapo, you don't need to die. Because gusho gusi, if guwe, gungena 20,000, nangapa, kuzongena imali ngoba ngisebenzise ini amafutha ngithi. So that's why I wanted you to differentiate the two.
So the more you profit that side,
profit this side. Will profit. Obviously, it's not only the human fat, it is also joined ngeyilwane, joined nemithi, and less so iba yisithwalo sesigubu, right? So let's actually unpack ukuthwala ngabantu from a family. Like when we say your family is cursed, when we say your dad had a creature that was working for them, and dad died and nobody knew, and now the family is what's suffering. Nobody is getting any work, nothing, because nobody is actually attending to less swallow that your dad had.
So ngifuna ukuthi siphinde sibuyele la ekuthenini kahle kahle igama lokuthwala eSouth Africa ne ake ngisho kanjalo ngithi nje eSouth Africa noma kunombani osunderstanda isiZulu lingelinye futhi lamagama asetshenziswa kakhulu ukucomplimenta umuntu ophumelelayo noma ngithi umuntu owenza kangcono kunathi, because umuntu owenza kangcono kukancane sithi ayiyasebenza usibanibani sijaha ukuthi sifikele la ekuthenini awuthwele usibanibani, understand? In most cases kwenziwa ukuthi mhlambe siyamazi sasokola siyamazi edonsa kanzima, but ekugcineni mase uyambona umuntu uyavuka and then sothina hayi uthwele, yabo. So mina ngithi ukuthi sabantu nje abaningi igama esilisebenzisayo ukucomplimenta umuntu ophumelelayo, kodwa futhi
I beg to differ though, because there are people who won't accept people's wealth or growth or financial stability.
Ngithi mina elinye lamagama esiphinde silisebenzise ukucomplimenta umuntu ophumelelayo. Kungenzeka ukuthi umuntu akathwalanga, usebenza kanzima, uyasave, wenza whatever, mhlawumbe kunebusiness alenzile liyaphumelela, yabo. Sizothini ngoba siyamazi sahlupheka uthwele. So ingakho ngithi manje kunokuthwala ebese kuba nokuthi sithi uthwele. Njengeinyoka zakho nje.
Inyoka zami are my pets. Like anybody, if I had the land, you know I'd have lions. You know I'd have wild animals. Inyoka zami are my pets, and they don't worry you. They shouldn't, because you don't feed them, you don't take care of them. They are my problem. So what I do with them is my business. And what people say, I don't really care. At the end of the day, hence I was saying, you need to understand that people are not happy when somebody else is successful, especially if you're a black woman. Okay? Whether, even if something else, but I was successful, everybody... No. Everybody would have something to say. Like now, I read all sorts of things about myself that people are saying on comments and whatever, and I read them and I laugh. You know, people want to dictate my life when yet they don't even know me from a bar or so, but they know what they see on social media. And why is it, as black people, if another black person succeeds, we must jump to Ukuthwala? Why can we not think umuntu omnyama uhambile wayophahla and did right by their ancestors and gave back to their ancestors, and therefore, or whatever the case might be, therefore amadlozi ayenzani, they open up for that person and they give back to the person, because there's a saying, gone but not forgotten. A lot of people tend to forget people after they die and don't realize that when you forget them, it's a lonely world in the afterlife. Therefore, you need to be remembered by the people who are present in this life. So if you are going to ignore them, therefore, bazokuflathela now. Now, against the links, because you didn't pave the way which they must cross the afterlife. If people understood which when people die, some of them are caught between the living and the dead. And that is when that is when now from accidents to people getting sick to whatever, you know. Break-ins at home, unnecessary things where you don't understand. How can all these things be happening in a row? Then, honey, wake up. Go and find out what's the problem. And some people bazokichimisela kuyothwala ngescoop, kuyothwala ngomuntu or kuyothwala ngani. And only if they were to ukuthi bahlambulula idlozi, baliphahlele, balalise kahle, izinto zabo zivuleke.
Omunye athi uyothwala ngedlozi kanti uyothwala ngedlozi ayifala vele lihluphekela.
People don't understand that.
Ngiyacabanga ukuthi manje sekuzoyifuna kanjani imali kumuntu owafa vele
ahlupheka. That is why sithi akhona amadlozi adinga ukulahlwa kufana nabantu bayothwasa. Not every ancestor is a great ancestor for ukuthi umthwasele. Kunamadlozi adinga ukulahliwa ngoba lamadlozi awazi ngani ngesihle. Yes, amadlozi akhona ongawahlambulula, but at the end of the day you can, and it falls on deaf ears. Instead you are creating more problems for yourself.
So ngifuna singene sijule kuleli gama leli lokuthwala nezinto abazenzayo abantu for ukuthwala. I understand. Ngifuna sikhulume ngaleyo part le ukuthi at some point kunezinyanga uzithola on social media, on Facebook, uthola ukuthi umuntu usendumeni yakhe ugcwele imali phansi uthi khuluma nami uzolala uvuka usunemali.
Yeah, but you see, not everybody is a true traditional healer. Not everybody is doing this job to help people. Some people are doing it to scam people. Number one, not everybody that walks in the ndumba, afuna isthwalo, is going to be able to get leso sthwalo. For one, with me, you know me. If ngishaya inhlolo and inhlolo, my bone reading does not approve of you getting leso sthwalo, which means amadlozi wako don't approve, then I won't do it. Not everybody is eligible to have isthwalo, do you understand? And that's one thing people need to understand. There are certain things that are just not for you. Even if you tried, no matter how hard, it's just not for you. And that is why you will move from one sangoma to another, where people will be misusing you, taking your money for nothing. I think one of the worst images of isthwalo is that people think kunabantu abakwazi ukuthwala ngenyoka, which is true, right? I think we'll tap into that when we start speaking about rituals in slay queens, because there's a ritual for a female and there's a ritual for a man. Yeah. But ukuthwala ngenyoka mostly into ehambiselana ekhaya, right? To a point where you can go prominent countries where you can get less thwalo less. I don't know of a lot of sangomas here in South Africa that can do it, but I do know of sangomas outside the country. Zimbabwe is one of them. It's thwalo senyoka. Maputo, Malawi. Those are the countries when we want to talk about isthwalo esenyoka, where you are given inyoka. You go there, we are laliswa in a cave, in a dark cave, and in that dark cave you have to stay for a number of days. In that cave there should not be any windows, nothing. You are in the dark.
Before abantu bahlala bebabazi Limpopo bebabazi umhlaba yalingana kanti uthini mawuthi not in this country.
When we talk about serious things, not mediocre things, not things where maybe okay, mhlaba yalingana singakhuluma nga the boys.
Yeah.
The short boys. Yes, mhlaba, we've been there. We've seen that. We know it exists. Short boys exist, which is one of the things ebabafuna ukungithwebula ngayo. But I fought back and it didn't progress. Do you understand? Short boys, we've seen that it exists, it's there. Yes, umhlaba yalingana. Let us give umhlaba yalingana credit. Let us give umhlaba yalingana credit. There's things that we've seen there. And we travel so much.
You guys have it in Shangala.
No, but we can give umhlaba yalingana. But I'm talking about isthwalo senyoka. If you want, is serious isthwalo senyoka. Zimbabwe. Guys, Congo, okay, Congo I see. Congo is actually listed as the second country, okay, in Africa in terms of witchcraft. But we are talking about people flying in the air.
And we're going to be going to
Congo.
To Congo very soon. Yeah?
No, but we travel a lot because we want to gain knowledge. I want us to get deep into isthwalo lesi. One esenyoka, which goes with, you go to, let's say you go to a village, hypothetically, we pick Zimbabwe. Well, I know very well in Zimbabwe. I know very well and I know where to go. If you're looking for that swallow, you can holler at me. I'll take you. It's fine.
And any izinto engiyithanda ukuthi awuforced ukuthi umuntu uzomenzela into ungayazi.
No, if I don't know, if I don't know something, I don't know something, but I will refer you and I will refer you to the best. And because I've done my research, it's because I know, you know. Don't let the English fool you. So please, don't let the English... Yes, I'm learned, but I know how to improvise. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. Nginyanga enkulu.
Hawu mahlula zinyanga
Yeah.
onamasende.
Hi, babe. I don't need bodyguards. Hello, I believe in what I do. Number one, if I was to get bodyguards, that means I don't trust what I do. One, I don't trust my ancestors. And I don't need to run away from people. I don't cheat people. I don't lie to people. I don't scam people. So what am I running away from? My address is everywhere. People know where to find me and when. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays, I'm in Mondo, Nya Consulta, so there's no need for me to have bodyguards. I'm not in this to make money. Oh, but yes, we have to be honest. This is a career. Yeah, we gotta eat. This is a career. We're not doing it for, it's not a hobby. But at the end of the day, I'm not in it to steal from people. I'm in it to help people. And that is why when we talk about my products and you hear people talking, hey, kokomawenu yasebenza, hey, number one, aksi kokomawenu sebenza. Mitiam is only there to help you align with your ancestors. Mitiam is there to have a communication barrier between you and your ancestors, to help you with that. The things that you get after cleansing, palas, wenza, nukpatla, and whatever else, those things come from your ancestors. It is your ancestors that are giving you those things because you've done what? Right by them. That's what people need. Yeah, people need to understand. So I don't see a need. I must pay people to be bodyguards for what? For who? Where? Why? Don't I have ancestors?
Right. So tshela mina kuthwaleka kanjani ngenyoka noma wena uthwele ngezakho?
Okay, but you need to understand one thing.
Yeah.
And see, when I started, I told you Ukuthwala are different, right? Ukuthwala kwenyoka, ukuthwala kwe-rats, ukuthwala kwe-scoop, and so forth. And my father asked me a good question.
Yeah.
My dad said to me, when he saw after getting one snake, I got another, and I got another, and I got another, and whatever. My father said to me, "I'll complain lemo." Taba is it before? Did you like the snakes before you actually went Ukuthwasa and you became a sangoma? Or is it after?
It's before you went to Ukuthwala, but okay, asiqhubeke.
No, Ukuthwala ngithwele vele. Ngithwele ngedlozi lami.
Asiqhubeke nale nyoka.
Yeah, but then I said to my dad, no, honestly speaking, before I became a healer, a traditional healer or inyanga, because inyanga before is sangoma. And people need to understand the difference between the two.
Yeah.
Before I became inyanga, I never liked snakes. I didn't want snakes. I didn't have the heart for snakes, I remember even first when I was with my snake, I was scared. Inyoka othwele ngayo, you can't see with the naked eye. Inyoka othwele ngayo. There is no way but you, okay, I can see it, ne? But people around me won't be able to see that snake.
So shooter was we shoot.
No, you won't ever. You will never be able to see that snake within. Only the person or twele ngaleyo nyoka is the one that will see the snake.
Thousands.
This is the one. I was giving you a scenario. I was talking about Ukuthwala ngenyoka.
Yeah.
I know a lot of sangomas in South Africa, but I don't know great sangomas that can do leso sithwalo senyoka. And isithwalo senyoka isihambiselana nokuthi people, you are sacrificing your family members. You are sacrificing people within your family. If ufuna isithwalo senyoka. Honestly speaking, you go to Zim uyomthola umuntu. Mangamazi, you can call me. I'll take you there. Malawi uyomthola umuntu.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Maputo uyomthola umuntu.
Phela esinye sezathu ezingenza ngibuza ukuthi ngishade nawe uneyinyoka makufa abantu ekhaya manje.
No, but if bengithwalile, you weren't going to see it. That snake would be in a different room. Nobody would be able to get into that room. Do you understand? It's just me, and it's got its own sacrifices. The sacrifice straight up there. You're not even going to start with a chicken, a goat, a cow. They're straight up. You are giving somebody in your family. It must be somebody that you love. No, listen. Exactly my point. It must be somebody that is very dear to you. Somebody that you are sacrificing. The pain that you are going to feel. if that person leaves.
So that pain brings money.
That pain will give you money. Again, I want to tell you of a scenario, a story that I was able to witness. And in witnessing this, it with the teachings. I don't even know why I'm telling you, because in everything that we have seen, we've seen together. A real sangoma, ozokuthwalisa ngenyoka. You must know, Guti, you are going to sacrifice your family members. While you are doing the ritual, somebody is dying. Okay? So as I was talking about Abo Maputo, Abo Malawi, Abo Zimbabwe, you go, you are put in a room, you are isolated from everybody. In that room, there is no windows, do you understand? There's no windows, it's just a door. Literally, every day, no bathing, because you have to stink. There are certain things you cannot use. Even when you bath, you must bath with just water. There's no fragrance, there's nothing. There's no perfume, there's no roll-on, there is nothing.
So, ushukuthi unemali.
You've got money, but unfortunately, there's sacrifices. Yes, there's sacrifices.
Okay.
And trust me, the girls will still want that guy who smells like shit, who looks like shit. As long as he's got the money, the girls will still be with that guy, regardless. Well, certain girls, we are not all the same. Right. After a couple of days, because you sit there for about 5 to 7 days, in that dark room. There's no food, there's no water.
Because growing up, sonke sake sezwa ngeindaba zokuthwala neinyoka sazukuthi inyoka iyagwinya ungene.
No, but this is a different type of snake. This is witchcraft type of snake. This is Ukuthwala type of snake. This is you giving sacrifices, feeding this snake, your family members, in order for you to gain riches, money, build businesses, become strong. Do you understand? And it's very difficult to get rid of lesthwalo. But I just want to explain exactly how the process is done.
So
but
basically,
without getting into any detail in terms of what muti is being used.
So basically, lesthwalo sishoyo sifana nokuthi okay inyoka ikhona, right?
Yes.
Njengoba ikhona le nyoka le kuzofa ugogo I'm gonna get a million 5 months down the line.
Not 5 months, maybe like 2 years down the line.
2 years down the line.
There's somebody else that needs to be sacrificed.
2 million.
But the person that dies needs to be somebody that you love dearly. There must be the love. Meaning, your heart you'll be broken. Do you understand? A piece of your life has been stripped away. It's a sacrifice that you are willing to give this entity. You are willing to give this person in order to live in darkness and gain richness.
So lento leyas include nengane zakho?
Yes. Yes, at some point, mama pelile abo gogo, abo mama, abo baba, abo puti, abo sisi. We need to tap into your children now. Not we, but I'm talking about lesthwalo.
I was just about to ask you about that we.
No, not we, but we need to tap into. I'm now speaking as Isangoma. So, like I said,
but that we sounds like it comes from some kind of experience.
Okay, that is your truth. I know my truth. I'm not here for that.
What if I do know your truth?
What is that going to do with my truth? Like, really? Okay. Expose me, Dr. Phil, why don't you? But at the end of the day, can I just finish this without you interjecting? Fast forward, dark room, a hut, whether it's a spiritual hut. In the spiritual hut, there's muti that is burning over charcoal. There is amakalapesh, scoop. Do you understand? Some people use pot clays, where the pot clays you can open and close, but it depends on what instructions you are given from there. So you go, you are there in the room for about 5 to 7 days, no food, no water. Do you understand? You need to fight to show how hard you want this. And your dirtiest, your poorest, if I know my short boys, but that I will leave you to discuss short boys because into KZN you know it better. So you in the very same room that you are sleeping in darkness, the snake is there. The snake in your aura. The snake needs to know how you smell, to know how you think. It needs to have time with you, right? And also the smoke that is burnt from time to time. In that charcoal, there's muti that is burnt. You need to be jumping across the room in order, no matter how tired you are, no matter how weak you are. If you know, your end goal here is that you are going to get riches, you're going to get millions, your business is going to grow, but you must know that you are going to sacrifice your family members. While you are busy jumping charcoals, jumping across the rooms, sleeping on the floor, being naked, because in the room you have to be naked, not bathing, not eating. You must know, ekhaya, ukhona umuntu oshonayo. You must know, at home, somebody has died because of the things that you are doing. Leso ke isithwalo senyoka but esihambiselana nokuthatha abantu basemndeni.
Ngiyakuzwa and ekuzweni kwami ngithola lokho enkulumeni yakho ukuthi kusho ukuthi imali yakwazi ukuthenga uthando. Ngabe uthando lwangampela loluthenga ngaleso sikhathi noma uthando nje?
Are you talking about the woman?
Yes.
Remember, at the end of the day, once you have money, you have power.
Yes.
Once you have power, you can control certain people. People who are below you, because I don't believe somebody who is equivalent to you, you'll ever have control over, right? So people who you know, would say, "Mang figure tlapini, ngqwali staful," or khona about ice boy.
So you mean they cannot stand your smell, but they can stand it because
they want to benefit from you.
Okay, I get
Even the girls will want to benefit from you. Or if you are a girl doing this, the guy will want to benefit from you. Do you know? Either way. But like I was saying, you are there for a couple of days. Upon leaving, you are given a calabash or you are given a clay pot. You are told instructions, do not open.
Yeah.
You will not open this clay pot. But there are certain dreams that you will have, right? You will even see shadows within your home once coming back after the ceremony that you have done of Ukuthwala. Sikhuluma ngokuthwala kwempela. Hayi lamanga lawa abantu bawabonayo ukuthi you are on TikTok.
On TikTok ugcwele imali.
Ngiyathwalisa. Ubeka imali nyana, imali yelawuzi lapha phansi. Ngikhuluma ngokuthwala serious ukuthwala. Do you understand? So you go back home, there's shadows, there's dreams. You can dream of actually stabbing somebody or being told in your dreams that you need to stab someone. You think you are dreaming. This is happening in real life. To a point where you see, in real life, maybe let's say you stab somebody's heart in your dreams, right? You wake up, your mother is having a heart attack. You go, you strangle somebody in your dreams, right? You wake up, that person has committed suicide. They've hung themselves. And these are your family members that you are told to go to the next person is this, the next person is that. Now, isithwalo lesi senyoka lesi engikhuluma ngaso sihambiselana nokubulala phakathi komndeni asifani nokuthi ufane kuhambe uyolala nabantu. Do you understand? It's not the same. No, but that one we're gonna get to when we talk about the snake queens.
I think I should have brought a notebook, but okay,
yeah. So basically, we've summed it up. Yeah. And little by little, you are going to finish them, but you will get your monies, you will get your lifestyle. The sad thing about doing that is because at some point you are going to die.
Yeah.
You are not living an eternal life. You are going to die. What do you think is going to happen to that snake when you die? And you did not tell anybody in your family ukuthi ngithwele. Obviously, you won't be feeding the snake. You won't be doing the rituals. You won't be burning things. It's going to start now creating a generational curse within the family. People are going to die for no reason.
So it's a must to
at least tell somebody in your family. If you are a father, tell your son. Do you understand? As long as you've got people who you're going to sacrifice and the love is there,
So ngiyayizwa le ndaba lokuthwala ngeinyoka nani. Sike sezwa kuthiwa kunamagundane anemsile gold, uyahamba enyangeni nika amagundane ulala ungenamali uvuka unemali. Leyo ke ihamba kanjani?
That's bullshit. The only thing when we talk, no, that's bullshit. Yeah. And I think the saddest thing about people is that people are so desperate for money. People are so desperate to do stupid things for money, and they don't know the true form of umuntu oyenza izinto zenzeke. Do you understand? People don't want to get up and go look for the right thing. People want to walk down the road and find isangoma that is lying. Isangoma that doesn't have what you want. Yes, the sangoma doesn't have the lifestyle you want, but you are going to the sangoma. If the sangoma can't help themselves, how are they going to help you? There are people that say they can give you lotto numbers. Do you think if I knew how to give lotto numbers, don't you think I'll be giving those lotto numbers to myself or to next of kin or to friends because I'm going to get a share?
Can you give lotto numbers?
No, I can't. But when it comes to reds, there is something called the Sandawana that I have. I've got 2. Sandawana iyasebenza. Yabona akunasikhathi mangibeke isandawana ngaphandle and the sun shines, you will see. Sandawana draws imali, right? The Sandawana it's a creature that is very hard to find. And not a lot of people have.
If it's hard to find, we tell you.
I know people who know people. I know elders in this game, guys. I didn't become like this overnight. I have people and grown people who have been in the game. My gobela uthwase ana 9 years old. Do you understand? My gobela's gobela uthwase ana 10. Ubab mahamba. What I'm trying to say is the knowledge that I am blessed with is deep, but I still believe right now. I can never say I know everything. I know nothing. But I do know the piece of the pie. I do believe there's a whole pie to be devoured.
So, ngendlela osho ngayo ukuthi ugobela wakho uthwase na 9, ugobela kaGobela uthwase ena 10.
When he was 10.
Ngiyamazi ugobela wakho mdala mahamba hedwa usekhulile nje impela. But into engizama ukuyisho uthi wena you don't know everything.
I don't know everything.
But ikhona okwazi.
I do know a lot.
Why ngibuza lokho ukuthi you get on TikTok kuney'nyanga or you get on social media kuney'nyanga ezovele zithi kukuthi woza kumina kukuthi woza.
And I don't understand why do you need to do that. Mina I believe ukuthi idlozi lakho elifanele liletha abantu kuwe. You don't need to market yourself. You don't need to tell people come to me. Why must they come to you? Idlozi lakho alisebenzi yini ukuthi libize labo bantu lawo? Alisebenzi na. I don't understand why they do that. But anyway, I'm not here to mess with anybody's hustle, anybody's bread. I'm just here to talk my truth.
Right. Usakhuluma ngeqiniso lakho ngicela sigxile kakhulu ke kuleya magundane manje.
Hence I'm talking about Isandawana. Yes. Sandawana is the only one that I know. Maybe there's somebody else that knows something else that I don't know. Sandawana is basically a rat, yigundwane, that attracts money. Do you understand? It attracts money. The best way, there are people that talk about having it when it's alive, but there are more cons than pros when having it while it's alive. Iletha ukuxabana phakathi komndeni. Do you understand? But people won't show that part. The best thing when you have Isandawana is to have it when it's dead. Isinziwe.
So nizwileke lapha Alex ukuthi look for the reds, you might find the right one.
No, it's not there. Trust me.
When they might find the right one in those reds?
You'll not find in this country. You'll definitely not find the Sandawana
in this country. Why Njalo? It's because we spoke about reds and then abantu bayazi ukuthi okay, Alex maninga magundane.
No, but that's your common Joe. That's how people get tricked. With this whole red story, people say, "Na likundwan." They're giving you your whole house mouse.
Usakhuluma ngaleyo.
They're giving you a house mouse, and they're saying this mouse You talk to it, you let it go, it will come back with money.
Usakhuluma ngale kunomfowethu akithi ngifuna ukuthi that's why ngifuna ukwazi ngoba kunomfowethu owayeona amatekisi yabo wahamba wothenga igundane kwathiwa lishayiswe emoto njalo njalo. So I want to know ukuthi kanti lamagundane lawo masenisinikezi.
I'm talking about Isandawana, yes. Which is very hard to get, which you will not
now
get in this country.
Now you finally get it.
A live one or a dead one? Because whether it's alive or dead, it will work. But I would never advise anybody to get Isandawana that is still alive because it will bring chaos into your life. It is into ejulile kakhulu, into heavy. Akusi into nje ongayifaka phakathi komzini wakho. When it's dead, Sandawana is there to draw in imali, to ukuvikela, especially for business people, especially for people who are in tenders. Do you understand? Ukuyibeka nje in your office, ukuyibeka la usebenzela khona elangeni, you know, it will draw in imali. Akuna a piece of it, a little piece. It's a shame I don't have it here. I should have brought it. A little piece of it, you burn it in charcoal. Uguqe uthi njengoba ngizosebenza le mali engizoyikhuluma manje yiyo le mali engizoyithola. Akunamuntu ozokuphikisa. Client can walk in and you say, for carpets I charge you 50,000. That client will give you that 50,000.
What if the client doesn't have the 50,000?
They will make amends to get it to you. I need to sebenzisa isibani.
Okay, I think ngiyayithola le kusho ukuthi because abantu bayazi ukuthi kunegundwane kuthiwa isandawana. Now they take any gundwane.
But as if funny, it doesn't look anything like your normal gray mouse, whatever. Isandawana does not look
abantu
like.
Bona, they just take a gundwane and give you.
Yeah, obviously, if you are not learned, you will think ukuthi ngoba bathe isandawana, but it looks nothing like your gray. Number one, it is white in color and it's got thorns. It's not your normal gray babitang. It's not your normal
Mamsi.
Yeah, those rats that we feed the snakes. It's definitely not that. It's definitely not that. But also, it is a harmless way of Ukuthwala because Ukuthwala, remember, is there to help you enhance your richness or to enhance your luck. So it's an easy way of Ukuthwala. However, it is very difficult to get the animal that or isilwane lesikhuluma ngaso.
But sihlezi sibona inyanga eziningi mosiziveza amabhodlela abomvu la ku social media.
Maphila bathele amalaki laba bathele iRoseline oil, laba bathele iLucky oil. Abantu bayoshaywa la ngaphandle la. Abantu bayoshaywa. Like I said, I'm not here to talk about anybody's bread, okay? Your bread is your bread. Continue doing whatever you need to do. People will see. I mean, obviously, if you go to a sangoma and you get something, that should tell you something. Which number one, you went to a wrong place, Lala. Number two, lo muntu akasebenzi ngendlela. Yena zikhuluma ngayo. Do you understand?
Kanti why niphinde nizikhulume nina nizangoma ngoba kufanele.
Excuse you, have you ever heard me saying ngiyasebenza mina? Have you ever heard me say ngiyasebenza? I let my clients talk for me. Most of the people that come to me are people who have been referred. Why would somebody refer someone to a place where they didn't find help?
So namhlanje sicela ukuyibeka la i-episode yethu ebesikhuluma khona ngokuthwala lapho kuhlangene khona uvela bahleke nomfazi onamasende, the woman with balls. Ebesikhuluma ngakho besikhuluma ngokuthwala. So today sicela ukuyibeka la namhlanje. Lalela lapho on the comments sitshela ukuthi wena uzizwa kanjani nokuthi ufuna ukuthi sikhulume ngani next time nokuthi kuphi la unga understandanga khona. Lalela, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe.